Sweet.
Cool. I think we're live in vivo. How you going, Glenn?
Good, Benny. How are you, man?
Pretty good, thanks, mate. This is a pretty interesting experience for me. For those of you guys who may recognise Glenn's face, he's a Sky Sports news anchor, so you get to see him on the reg. Sorry, mate.
You've been in the UK too long. It's Fox Sports News.
I thought it was Sky and Fox Sports.
No,
I thought you were doing both now. You confused me.
Sky News, but Fox Sports News. Yeah.
Okay, Fox Sports News through Sky. Thanks for correcting me. So it's interesting. To be interviewing him because he's obviously the one doing the interviewing most of the time. So I just want to. We've only got a short time just to go through it, but it's a pretty interesting story considering Glenn has a little bit more riding on the line than most people this year. So we were at our good mate Russ's wedding a couple of months ago now when Glenn's best mate and I were chatting over a few beers and a token for me last year about the 101 tokens when our mate Sean, or Rudin as he's more betterly known, made a wager with Glenn. So can you just give us a bit of a rundown about why that came about, Glenn?
Yeah, I think we were both just kind of calling each other fat and guys who like too many beers, to be honest. Both of us have been in a pretty good paddock. And, yeah, it's just – I was actually chatting to a mate about it this afternoon, how, you get home from work and you just want to sit down, and he's obviously got 3 kids, and you just want to sit down and have 3 or 4 beers. And I was like, yeah, I want to obviously being on TV and the suit keeps sort of blowing out a bit. You just want to sort of try to change your habits and change your lifestyle a bit. And we both sort of said to each other, you wouldn't be able to do it. And I was like, yeah, I'd definitely be able to do it. So we put $500 on it, and then we decided if we put $500 on it, our wives were probably going to spend that anyway. So we decided to put a $500, betting account deposit on it. Both of us love a gamble, so we thought, why not gamble with gambling money? So yeah, and he's actually jumped on board 3 days late. He used 3 tokens in the first 3 days, but he's jumped on board now as well. He's got 3 kids. I've got a newborn. So it's going to be a challenge over the next year, but I reckon I can do it. I'm sure he can't, so I'm just holding out and hoping he can't do it and I pocket the 500.
Yeah, that sounds good, mate. What happens if you both stay under, or is there some kind of prize for that as well?
So we've decided that if we both make it, the bet's off. If we both fail, the bet's off. So I think it's pretty fair, yeah. But obviously, I'm not sort of even if he fails after 101 days, I'll keep pushing myself with the 500 in the back pocket, yeah, because I want to change my lifestyle, and as I said, with a newborn, I want to make sure that I lose a few kilos and instill sort of a healthy lifestyle and the importance of being healthy to her. So along with the beer, I'm cutting out sugar and carbs. So my missus reckons I'm not very nice to be around at the moment.
Wow, that's pretty intense, mate. And congrats on the bub. It's awesome. Yeah. So I just wanted to – so that sounds like you're giving yourself quite a few challenges there. What do you think will be the toughest thing about doing the tokens challenge this year?
Yeah, I think it's just those Arvo beers. I'm a pretty big Arvo drinker. I like popping into the pub, 4 o'clock in the Arvo, staying for 3 and then heading home, sort of thing. And then there's always work drinks and things like that, and just those not the big nights, because I'm still budgeting for the big nights, obviously, and you want to stay social and all that kind of stuff. But the hardest thing will be just cutting out those 1 or 2 that just make you relax after a day's work, sort of thing, and they obviously build up as well, because there's the old saying that I think there's something like a Big Mac in every schooner, sort of thing. So if you can cut those ones out, then I think you're a long way there, and obviously it's an extra few bucks in the back pocket as well.
Yeah, definitely. So I know you work your guts out when you're actually on shift with Fox Sports. So what do you think? I guess our mantra is drink less, live more. So how are you going to live more this year, especially when you've got those days off? Maybe looking after the bub, but is there any other sort of, hobbies or anything else that you're looking to pick up this year?
Yeah, like a lot of those days that I did have off, like I'm pretty lucky. I work a 7-day fortnight, so I get 3 to 4 days off a week. And a lot of those days I was just, I made it finish work at 4 and I'd be straight down to the pub for, as I said, maybe 6 schooners. And especially with a newborn, like we live in one of the best parts of the world, on the Central Coast. And there's so many beaches that, I went to as a kid, and my wife, who's from England, has been to maybe once just to check out, and then we kind of never go back again. So, we really want to explore more of our backyard. We want Alexis to be a water baby. We want her to be comfortable with, her surrounds and all that kind of stuff. We want to spend a lot of time outside. We want to be able to be an active family, not sedentary. During pregnancy, which is understandable, both of us kind of just got a bit, Sam had an excuse, but, I kind of went along with it and just sort of sat on the couch and didn't do anywhere near as much exercise that I would have liked. So, yeah, just getting out, enjoying the great outdoors.
That's awesome, mate. I'm not sure if you know, but we had 3 token babies this year. So 2 of the girls and then one of the boys. Obviously, the guy didn't have the baby, but it was interesting to see and get their feedback, because one of the main things from their years was that it was awesome, that it gave them more time and cash to spend, and quality time, especially with the kids of that age, and then the ones with the toddlers as well. We're also saying how it's just a great thing to be more conscious about when you're going to drink, and then when you know you're not going to drink that, it just gives you a clean slate and there's no temptation, which sometimes can creep in. I know you've got to... Yeah, sorry, go on.
The energy as well. Like I know Rudin said it, like you go out for, say you go out for 8 beers on a Friday night or something, and you want to sleep in for an hour or 2 on Saturday morning. Man, like he's got a 4 or 5-year-old, they're just not going to let you do that. So even with a newborn or a 6-month-old, she's going to want feeding and nappies changed and all that kind of stuff. And if you come home at 10 o'clock on a Friday night with, 8 or 10 beers under your belt, you're just not in the mood to be doing that stuff the next morning. So, yeah, you want to get up early and you want to carpe diem, mate, seize the day.
Yeah, that's right. Sunny Coast, live it up, mate. I know you've got to go to football right now, mate. So one last question. What are you going to do with Rudin's $500 when you win it? What are you going? I guess you're going to gamble, but what are you going to gamble on?
I'll turn it into, a few thousand, I think, set up a bit of a nice little nest egg. Maybe a bit like Homer Simpson, he put Lisa's college fund into a poker account, so I'll just put Alexis's college fund into a Ladbrokes account. I actually think that someone like Ladbrokes should come on board with some bonus bets. Get, if we're chucking 500 into an account and, we're successful, I reckon they should give us another 500 in bonus bets at the end of the year if we're successful.
I think it's and another point besides the gambling aspect, the having a friend to come along for the ride's pretty powerful as well, because you guys will be having your own dialogue through the year as well as with the rest of the community. So yeah, I guess the message is anyone out there who's thinking of doing it or wants to invite a friend along, it's just so much more fun and good to share your journey with them as well. So yeah, Sarah, Glenn, thanks for answering a few questions for me. I expect a little bit of a shout out on Fox Sports next time you're live.
Yeah, well, it's interesting you say that, and obviously talking about the word of mouth, I was talking to the executive producer of Fox Football, Murray Shaw, in December, and just talking about fat and eating shit and all that kind of stuff, and want to change my lifestyle. My mate's got 101 tokens, and he actually looked into it, and now he and 3 of the other producers are doing it as well. So, Fox Sports is getting on board. Word of mouth works. We've all got to work hard to build the community, and it's a great idea. And hopefully, I see the results at the end of the year. And I talk about gambling, and it's a bit of a laugh, but that's another sort of trigger for drinking alcohol. You want to go and have a few bets. You should be able to go down and do it without having the 10 beers that goes with it. You probably take more notice of studying the form properly.
Yeah, and you probably won't start chasing after you start going down as well.
I'll start chasing.
Yeah, you still chase anyway. No worries, mate. Well, awesome to chat to you, man. I'll be down for a token with you at some stage pretty soon to wet the baby's head. But cheers, mate, and good luck at football tonight.
It'll definitely be a yay. See you, Benny.
Stick on, mate.